So let's get some news. Just doing them earlier. I know. I'm trying to. Trust me, dude. All right, I'm trying to. But the schedule is dog shit right now. All right. Discussing film much over the. Discussing film is ending production of physical. Oh yeah, this we got to earlier. So PlayStation, yeah. PlayStation apparently is gonna stop doing physical copies, which is like, I can understand it logistically and logically, but it's really bad PR. It's like horrible PR, bro. Horrible PR, bro. Go watch season 2 trailer of Legend of Mysteries. Lord of Mysteries, I will. But the problem is that someone donated. You would think that Luffy could send. Yeah. Well, wait, hold on. Get two. What? Emo? I've emo over Luffy. But it shouldn't be easy. Let me see. Discussing a film. So once again, PlayStation is ending production of physical game disc for all new games starting January 2028. From that date, new games will be available in digital formats only. I can understand why they're doing that, because the way I see it is that, most folks, I think nowadays, the vast majority of folks buy their games digitally. I feel like even people that are staunch diehards of physical releases, the problem is that they even have it to where you just have the disc, or you don't even get a disc anymore, and then you just have to download the code. So like, you get the package, but you don't get the actual disc, or you get the disc, and then this has some of the game or a verification for the game, and then you have to download the game online anyway. So it's like they're making like a really genuine push to making things digital only, and I can understand why, because it makes sense to a degree, but at the same time, it's like, it's bad PR. All right, people, especially after, what is it? There were folks that buy their movies on PSN. I don't know why the fuck you even would, but folks do that, and now a lot of those movies that you had on PSN are going away soon. So the issue with digital copies is that because you are because of a digital copy, you're now way more beholden to the company to make sure that they can maintain the licensing for X, Y, and Z, and so you don't lose that, and so that sucks. That does suck. No physical, and game prices go up. Well, do you mean they do or they don't, if not physical? Because I'm assuming that they would go physical. I'm assuming that what they'll probably do in the future is that they probably have game prices go up for physical releases. That's my guess, where they'll charge a premium for physical copies now. But it's just really bad PR, because, again, ownership, especially as time goes on for certain games, is very important for people. All right, it's very important. And Sony does not have a trusted infrastructure for ownership for the long term. They just don't. So, again, to be fair, most folks still buy games digitally anyway. I think nowadays that's just the case. But it does suck that they are moving from physical copies, honestly. Important updates. News on physical disc for games. News on PlayStation Store for PS and PS Vita. What the fuck? Sony has neither the customer support nor account security to support an all-digital ecosystem. Okay. So there was news on this one, but then this news got kind of community post-watch, where it's like, okay. You know what? I don't think this necessarily matters. Let's move on. Here we go. Xbox next-gen hardware project Helix is not expected to include a disk drive. Oh, they're calling it Helix? A, B, y'all still trying? Xbox is still trying to do this? No fucking way. Chocolate Blue. They're still trying to do this? With their move to having Xbox games be available on the Microsoft ecosystem, why the fuck even try? Just have people buy PCs, essentially. Okay. Xbox fell from grace, but it felt like Sony were like some of the last bastions, if you would, of physical media, but they've moved away from that entirely. At least they're going to. But I feel like that's gonna be such bad PR, dude. I feel like it probably is already bad PR. Like really bad PR. Because I remember, what is it? I remember there was a tweet. I think it was from Domino's. I don't follow them. I'm not that fat. I'm fat, but I'm not that fat. Chill. But I saw a tweet from Domino's, and Domino's, I think, were tweeting some bullshit about Xbox. No, about Sony, about how, hey, we are no longer delivering physical pizzas. All pizzas are now digital. I was like, there ain't no shot, bro. There ain't no fucking. You know, let me just. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's Domino's Pizza, bro. Let me see this. Isn't there replies? Let me see here. Nah, I saw it somewhere, bro. I saw it somewhere. That shit was wild, bro. Domino's. And Sony. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. Break. Look at this thing. I got it. Yeah, that was UK. Why is it the American Domino's can't be that savage? Why are the UK guys being that savage? What the fuck? Official statement. In response to trends in the gaming industry, as of the 1st April 2027, Domino's UK will cease production of physical pizzas and shift to production of digital pizzas only. Consumers will be able to download our full range of delicious pizza codes and using the power of imagination, enjoy them in an entirely visual sense. Bro, pizza NFTs, listen, if we get the chips in our brains and then Elon actually succeeds in that shit and we can slide that in, fine. But we don't have that shit. That's actually an amazing tweet. Bro, shout outs to UK Domino's. Savage, bro. But that's the energy. It's like this is not good PR. What they should have done, honestly, is that Sony should have kept this shit hush and just have the next version of the consoles have no disc version or have a markup, like a huge markup, if they really want to like try and make money off of the physical copies. That's what they should have done. Xbox will lay off 1,600 more layoffs, bro. Bungie did a massive layoff of over like 55% of their staff. Xbox will lay off 1,600 employees today, with a total of 3,200 jobs cut over the next year. 4 studios will leave Xbox for new management. Yo, what's going on? Hold on. Hold on. Is the gaming industry in crisis mode right now? What's going on right now? I'm concerned. It feels like the only good titles are coming from the East. Whoa, what is this? Okay, hold on. Microsoft is laying off 4,000. Let me see. The day here is July 6th. The day here is July 6th again. Hold on. What the fuck? Okay. Microsoft is laying off 4,800 employees today. 1,600 Xbox employees impacted. Double Fine and Compulsion Games are going independent. Microsoft is selling Ninja Theory and Undead Labs. They are? Let me see here. They're selling Ninja Theory. Wait, hold on. Can I? Oh, yeah, baby. I love this. White. Here's Sharma's full memo. Team, we are beginning the most significant restructure in Xbox history. After careful consideration, I've made the difficult decision to reduce our team by approximately 3,200 throughout FY27, throughout fiscal year 27, I think. Yeah. This will include approximately 16 role eliminations today. And in addition, 4 studios will leave Xbox to new management. I recognize that a year-long restructuring creates additional challenges. Unfortunately, it is not possible to make all the necessary changes in a single day, and I wanted to be direct about the scale. I know if this is painful. These changes will directly affect people who have poured their creativity into building Xbox. Many joined us throughout acquisitions, while others were recruited here or sought us out because they love this industry and love Xbox. Today, decisions do not reflect their talent or dedication. Our business today is not healthy. I mean, but we've been knowing this shit, bro. Xbox, we knew was going to take a massive hit ever since Xbox stopped releasing exclusives, and they made it possible for people for folks to play on the Microsoft ecosystem. We knew it, duh. Like, hello, we knew this. We knew this, bro. How big is the Rivals update? How big is it, dude? Let's see here. Our business today is not healthy. We're operating at margins that are 3 to 10 times lower than comparable platform and publishing businesses. We entered Gen 9 with a smaller install base and a higher cost structure. To grow, we bet on Games Pass, multiple platform, and a broader portfolio of content. While these businesses have created meaningful value, they did not grow at the pace we expected. As that happened, our core business weakened, and we added more teams. More. You don't do any real this shit, dude. Basically, y'all trash right now. Second, we will reset our platform. We know that great technology gets better when it gets simpler, not bigger. Today, in some parts of the company, work passes through as many as 14 layers of management. Our platform teams are 40% larger than they were at the start of the generation, even as our player base and playtime have declined. That complexity has slowed decisions, blurred accountability, and made it harder to deliver for players. As we reset Xbox, we will simplify. So we have too many employees because we bulked out way too hard, and now we're gonna cut. Okay, so this is the idea of like what? Like this feels very similar to what happened years ago with Twitter or X, where Elon cut a lot of the employees of X, right at that back then Twitter, because essentially the idea was that there are too many people and too many jobs that are just meaningless, or they're just have no distinct value per se. They're just getting paid to do something. And 14 layers of management when your player base and your playtime is declining. Mind you, they're never going back to the Xbox exclusive shit. That's never happening again because they're gonna solely focus on Microsoft, or they're gonna have that always in the background. Of course, the idea is that it's simplicity's sake to have it on Xbox, a console, but and I guess in order to adjust, they just have to cut costs. I read PlayStation News, yes, but now I'm covering the Xbox layoffs where they're covering. I can see why they're doing it, but again, it's a little bit crazy. But I wonder how much of this is because you have other players in the scene now, especially in Asia, that are doing really well, and I do wonder how much of the market is now moving over to PC gaming rather than, let's say, focusing on console gaming. Because it feels like the console market, even though it's still a very, 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 very large market, it feels like as time goes on, more folks are just playing games on PC. Like way more on PC. Now, to be fair, there was a massive issue with with the chip shortages and so on, but that seems to be over the course of time remedying itself. So. I got Streaming University. Wait, what the fuck you mean? What are you talking about, Streaming University? Huh? I'm lying. Besides, I'm too old for that shit. Though if I got paid to go, I'll go. All right. Phil Spencer, strategy fucked Xbox. In the long term, I think so. That's sad. Yeah, Xbox is kind of just taking the shit on itself, but I mean, at the same time, so is Sony. And these are like the two console. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. The console juggernauts are Nintendo and Sony, not fucking Xbox anymore. Xbox used to be, but nah.